Hello everyone, this is Enzo Eigen of the Alliance for Loki, and this is Season 23. This is our second war against a new nation. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the first war. It was a really good war too for me. I had a lot of fights and some really interesting ones. This one, not nearly as interesting, but I did record it, so you get to see this one. My first fight is Juggernaut. This is not a very hard node. Of course, the tough thing is he is a defender, and he goes unstoppable, but luckily with Captain America Infinity War, after the first unstoppable, we don't have to worry about it anymore as long as you have kinetic charges. So doing a lot of damages. I boosted up really high. You can see I can just attack right after that special just because I have it takes away the unstoppable. And yeah, it's a pretty quick and easy fight, and yeah, I hardly take any damage. I take 1% damage, so great fight with Captain America Infinity War. You know, I absolutely love him as a rank 3. Super fun. He's only Sig 50, I think, at this point, so he's about 50% chance to get his sort of signature ability. The second fight is against Longshot, again, with Human Torch. Human Torch is so good against any mystics, and so, you know, I'm not too worried about this fight. I do put on my pre-fight, I think, just because this could be a tricky node, and so don't have to worry about his SP2 because the incinerate damage obviously won't affect me, and that's where you get the most damage from. Just sort of trying to be careful in this fight and bait out. I'd rather bait out his SP1, to be honest, just because that's a little easier for me to dodge, and I'll just block it anyway. But he's not wanting to throw it. I go ahead and let him hit me a bunch. That's great, but I missed the counterattack. Of course, every time he hits you, it builds up smolder and temperature, so that's really effective. And at this point, I see, oh, okay, he's taking a lot of damage because every time he hits me now, he's getting more and more flames on him. And so I decide not even to worry about baiting out his specials and just go for the kill. So that was a easy victory and made it all the more easy by the fact that he did not throw a single special. So the first two fights in Section 1 are down. Of course, then I go to sleep, and now I'm going to wake up and do my Section 2 fights. So in Section 2, I have to wait for a Dreamin' to clear. You can see him working his way on the bottom there. And I can't remember who was in the middle, but he'd already cleared his path for me because I am taking that shared void fight. I do buy a big war boost. You know, just trying to always boost big. It's, you know, one of the best ways to ensure that you do well is have big boosts available. And this first fight is against Magic. Again, Magic is annoying just because she puts on the Limber. I don't think she's really that great for this node because this node, if she gained enough Furies, if I gained enough debuffs, she'd become unblockable, but she actually doesn't put on any debuffs. So it's more just a diversity fight. And so there I actually let her hit into my block. I'm trying to build up temperature. So one thing about using Human Torch is managing the temperature, and I find using heavies in war is not so good just because, of course, it's you just don't have that long to build much at all. So I'd rather have them hit into my block to build up both the smolders and the temperature. This second fight is always scary fighting mortals just because of their power gain, and I look and I was actually pleasantly surprised that my signature ability Rekindle had worked, and I'd gotten back my Flame On. And so I'm going to go ahead and use this. Why not? This is the last fight I have with him. And again, this fight can be annoying. I do put on an invulnerability boost only because I'm worried about him SP3ing me. You know, it's always easy to get SP3'd by him just because he can gain power so easily. And, you know, if he doesn't throw a special, then he'll get it because it's just a matter of time. So again, with Flame On, though, I'm just doing so much damage. And again, just blocking just because I want to get the temperature risen up, and I'm just going for it here. I know I have the invulnerability boost, and so I'm happy to actually just take a couple of SP3s. It allows me to play really, really aggressively, which is one of the most important things about those invulnerability boosts, is the fact that they do let you sort of not care about it. So this next fight is interesting. This is against a Void, and this is on Ebb and Flow, so he has this protection on, and I only will really hurt him if I do an Intercept, this Ebb and Flow Intercept. So my instructions were to heavy him a lot, and so I'm just following instructions and heavying him. And you see, I get his debuff on me, and that was a little scary just because it's ticking for a lot. It's doing about 300 damage once you take away the willpower, and then I get hit again by the SP1. Now I'm in big trouble. So I'm really worried here. My signature ability, as I said, is only about 50%, so I'm not taking them off too much. And so as soon as I see this, actually I managed to intercept, and I just go in with my SP2, which is ready. And now I'm deciding I'm just going to use combos, 5-hit combos. And the reason why is I want to, in case I get any of more debuffs on me, be able to purify them quickly. Like, it was just too slow with the heavy. I do push him to an XP3, so I got hit by the special 1, which is 2 hits, but I had 1 left on my invulnerability boost, and so I go ahead and tank this. A little bit of risky move, just because obviously I wasn't 100% sure. I was fairly confident, but it did work out. So at this point, we're pretty even. It's 57% to 44%. I'm just going ahead and continuing to do my fight, and just sort of playing, very conservative, very slow and steady. I have plenty of time. I figure I can eventually wear him down. I'm not doing too much damage on my hits. The other thing too is I put on weakness because of the signature ability, and he's getting willpower healing from that. So I'm a little bit nervous that I'm not going to be able to finish this fight. I decided to throw the SP3, put my Fury on with the heavy first, just to see what the damage is like on that. And it's not too bad. I think it's at 37% and does about 10% damage. So again, reasonable. But nice 4,000 crit there. So again, it's all just about trying to stay calm, composed, and just let the fight sort of come to me. And so everything's going fine. I'm decided totally to block his specials, and he's throwing his specials frequently, which is good. And again, I built up plenty of indestructible anti-charges, which I don't really even pay too much attention to, but I have them there. And so yeah, I think at this point I feel like, okay, I finally feel comfortable. It's a very tough start at the beginning. You can see there my thing worked, my signature ability worked, and I purified that debuff. There he throws special again, great, and I just wait for him to get the parry. And actually I managed to pull in an intercept. I'm not sure if that was really intentional. Once I got the intercept though, boom, SP2 time, and that's the end of this fight. So that's a little bit of a scary fight, and at the beginning I definitely was in trouble, but I managed to calm down and just do the fight the way I needed to, and it worked out okay. So that was my second war, so now I'm up to 12 fights, 0 deaths. We did lose against New Nation. They played really well. They're a very strong alliance, and now I think I've beaten us a few times. Maybe we tied in last season once. But it's fun war, good fights, and enjoying it so far, and I'll be back soon with the next video. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.